Welcome to the preview of the final major championship of the 2013 season, the PGA Championship. I'm Amanda Balionis, and we'll be hearing from Swantek and Brian Katrek a little later on, who are wrapping things up from the World Golf Championship's Bridgestone Invitational. But before we get to the history that Tiger Woods made at Firestone, let's take a look at historic Oak Hill Country Club, a course that is hosting its third PGA Championship. Ernie Els called it the toughest and fairest championship course he's ever played. The 95th PGA Championship will be contested on the East Course, which measures 7,145 yards. It's located in Rochester, New York, and it's a Donald Ross design, par 70. The Wanamaker Trophy was last hoisted at this venue back in 2003 when Shawn Micheel claimed victory, and before that it was Jack Nicklaus in 1980 who won his 5th PGA Championship and 17th overall major in Rochester. This course has also played host to 3 U.S. Opens, 2 Champions Tour majors, 2 U.S. Amateurs, and the 1995 Ryder Cup. This course will be challenging, and the field will have their work cut out for them. But for Tiger Woods, the stakes seem higher than ever. Coming off his 5th victory of the PGA Tour season, Swantek and Brian Katrek talk about the win and how Firestone may set up for Oak Hill.
Okay, Amanda, it was another vintage performance from Tiger Woods here at Firestone last weekend. We've seen it a lot through the years, and we've seen him win on a lot of familiar venues this year. Courses that he's dominated through the seasons, out of Torrey Pines, Bay Hill in Orlando, the Cadillac Championship in Miami as well, Brian Katrek. Now the question, we ask it yet again on the eve of a major championship, can he carry that form to Oak Hill?
Well, I think so, and the statistics would suggest that as well, John. Hit a lot of drivers at Firestone and hit that driver well, did very well in the driving accuracy category. Distance isn't a problem, hit plenty of greens. Once again, came out of another week with a great putting week statistically, so there is nothing about the way Tiger's playing right now that suggests he's not going to be one of those guys at the PGA Championship.
By the way, Amanda, Katrek and I got into a little disagreement last night about Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods. That's how that happened.
I think we can cross off my MMA career, so we'll just keep talking about golf.
There's a lot of symmetry between the major championship careers of those two as Tiger continues to push toward Jack's mark of 18, because it was at Oak Hill in 1980 when Nicklaus won the PGA Championship for career major number 17.
Well, and Tiger would be aware of that, as you know, John. This was the one record that he kept track of with Jack Nicklaus. As a kid, he was trying to reel in this number. Jack wasn't trying to reel in a number. Tiger is, and as it turns out, we may know this 10 years from now, but it looks like major championship number 15, if he ever wins it, may be the toughest of the lot.
How about the golf course? Nicklaus won it in 1980, Shawn Micheel in 2003 at the PGA. It will be major championship tough, we know that, but in terms of feel, anything from Firestone here last week the Tiger can take with him to Rochester?
Well, I think so. One of the things is the rough itself. If you remember back in 2003, this was before the era of graduated rough. You were either in the fairway or you were probably chopping out. Well, that's what we're expecting again at the PGA Championship, and the rough at Firestone was very penal. There was very little recovery. We saw Tiger have to come out sideways a number of times, have to make a number of big par-saving putts in order to keep rounds together. So driving accuracy is going to be key, which also then feeds into the distance, because if you can miss these fairways and only have wedges versus middle irons, that's obviously a distinct advantage. You're not going to hit all that many greens, but you're going to be able to put the ball in spots where you can get it up and down to save par.
Given those facts, who do you expect may challenge Woods, who once again is the betting favorite this week?
Well, the way it has looked this year in the major championships, it's just been this club of guys. Phil has been there, Adam Scott has been there, Jason Day, Lee Westwood's name continues to come to the top of leaderboards. I think we're going to see that major championship club again. Westwood's a great driver of the golf ball. He's going to give himself plenty of chances, but Tiger's name has been there as well. Everybody keeps asking what's wrong with Tiger. Well, a bunch of top 10s in major championships isn't really something that a whole lot of guys would think is wrong. I think it's the same cast of characters we've seen at the first 3.
Well, he will resume his quest for major championship number 15 alongside Keegan Bradley and Davis Love III in the opening round of the PGA Championship at Oak Hill Thursday morning. Amanda.
Thanks, guys. And BK, you are the only one that could talk PGA Championship and somehow work in the MMA. Now, you mentioned how important accuracy was last week, and that will carry over into this week. Woods ranked 2nd in the field in greens and regulation and 11th in driving accuracy. So if he can maintain those kinds of numbers, we could see number 15 just around the corner. But let's take a look at some of our featured groupings. Before we get to Tiger's group, let's take a look at our first featured grouping, which will be Rory McIlroy, our defending champion, Vijay Singh, who won in 1998 and in 2004, and Martin Kaymer. They tee off at 1:23 p.m. Eastern Time. And then there's our typical championship grouping. At 1:45 p.m. Eastern, you'll be able to see Adam Scott, Justin Rose, and Phil Mickelson, of course, our 2013 Open Championship winner. And taking a look at our final feature grouping, teeing off on the 10th tee at 8:35 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday is four-time PGA Championship winner Tiger Woods, along with the 2011 champ Keegan Bradley and 1997 champion Davis Love III. Now, of course, you will not be able to escape the talk about Tiger winning his first major in 5 years. After last week's win, he is just 3 shy of tying Sam Snead's all-time winning record with 82, but the one record that everyone is watching is the one that Jack Nicklaus owns, 18 major championship wins. Right now, Woods has 14 and has not won since the 2008 U.S. Open. Having his best season, though, since 2008, could this be the week that ends the drought? Woods has claimed 4 PGA championships in his career, the last coming in 2007. Over the last 10 years, world number 1 has missed just 1 cut. Obviously, what jumps off the page here is he won in back-to-back years in 2006 and in 2007, made his next start in 2009 where he came in as the runner-up, and of course, that one missed cut was back in 2011. Now, of course, Swan and Katrek touched on it. Will the success that Tiger had last week at Firestone carry over into the PGA Championship? Well, let's take a look at what Tiger has done coming off a win the previous week. Now, back in 2007, he was successfully able to win in back-to-back weeks. In 2009, he won the week before but came in as the runner-up. And of course, this year, it still remains to be seen what Woods is able to do with his historic win at Firestone last week, carrying that over into Oak Hill. And then, of course, there's the other man of the season, Phil Mickelson. Coming off that incredible Open Championship victory, lefty is looking for his second PGA Championship win. Phil has not missed the cut at the final major of the year in the last 10 years, and he will be searching for his 6th major championship victory. In 2005, lefty claimed victory, and then 2008 claimed another top 10 finish where he tied for 7th. In 2010, he was able to claim a 12th finish, and in 2011, he was also able to notch a top 20. So success here for lefty, absolutely in the final major championship of the year, but looking for his first win at this event since 2005. Now remember, the Wanamaker isn't the only thing on the line in New York this week. With just 2 weeks remaining in the regular PGA Tour season, players will be jockeying for position and last-minute points to give themselves their best shot at the 2013 FedEx Cup. Now, with 5 victories on the season, Tiger Woods is our leader with 3,031 points in just 11 events played. Take a look at that. Matt Kuchar is trailing. He sits in second. He is behind by 786 points. Of course, he has won 2 times this season, along with Brandt Snedeker and Phil Mickelson. Billy Horschel, Bill Haas, Justin Rose, our U.S. Open champion, along with Keegan Bradley, Kevin Streelman, and Boo Weekley, round out our top 10. So you have the groupings and the storylines. Now all you need to know is where you can find all the coverage you can handle from the 95th PGA Championship. Rounds 1 and 2 can be found on TNT from 1 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Saturday and Sunday, TNT will pick up the coverage at 11 a.m. and handing it off to CBS beginning at 2. Thursday through Sunday, you can hear SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio beginning at noon Eastern Time. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to enjoy the final major of the 2013 season.